12 signs you might be a highly sensitive person. There are common characteristics of being a highly sensitive person, like being easily overwhelmed, being upset by violence on TV, and identifying as deeply emotional. Remember, being highly sensitive is not a disorder or diagnosis. Rather, it is a personality trait. While you don't need to resonate with every characteristic listed below to be considered a highly sensitive person, the majority of highly sensitive persons experience most of these things. Here are 12 signs that you might be a highly sensitive person. 1. You have been called oversensitive. This is the hallmark characteristic of being a highly sensitive person. After all, high sensitivity is in the name. Highly sensitive persons tend to be much more sensitive than those around them. 2. You are easily overwhelmed by your senses. Highly sensitive persons typically experience overstimulation from at least one of the 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and sound. Some highly sensitive persons may find that 1 or 2 of these senses overwhelm them at times. Other highly sensitive persons may feel overstimulated from all 5 senses. 3. You are easily upset by violence in media. Since highly sensitive persons are highly empathic, any display of violence in the media can be extremely upsetting. As a result, you may avoid watching horror movies, torture scenes, or even the news. 4. You avoid stressful situations. Many highly sensitive persons structure their lives so that they can avoid stressful or overwhelming situations. While this may happen unconsciously at first, many highly sensitive persons realize this is true for them as they start to reflect. 5. You are overwhelmed by crowds. Large groups of people are often overwhelming for highly sensitive persons. Crowds may make you want to withdraw or shut down entirely. This can be due in part to the sensory stimulation that comes with being in a crowd, along with the emotional energy that highly sensitive persons absorb from others. 6. You identify as deeply emotional. Highly sensitive persons tend to have a strong connection to their emotions and other aspects of their inner life, since highly sensitive person brains process things more intensely. If you spend a lot of time and energy contemplating or cultivating your internal world, you may be a highly sensitive person. 7. You were called shy as a child. As adults, many highly sensitive persons identify that they were labeled as shy or withdrawn when they were children. Even if these words were not explicitly used, highly sensitive persons often remember people commenting on their sensitivity as a child. 8. You are overwhelmed by tasks. A full to-do list can be overwhelming for highly sensitive persons. It can feel even more daunting when you feel as though there is not enough time to complete the tasks. This may be due to the fact that highly sensitive persons go to great lengths to avoid making mistakes or upsetting other people. 9. You are attuned to nuances. Highly sensitive persons are adept at picking up subtleties in the environment, in projects or art, and even in the emotional reactions of those around them. The high sensitivity that is characteristic of being a highly sensitive person enables you to notice things that others may miss. 10. You are sensitive to pain. Increased sensitivity to pain is common amongst highly sensitive persons. Again, this is related to the sensitivity to sensory input as well as the extra processing that highly sensitive person brains engage in compared to others without this trait. 11. You are considered thoughtful. If people are consistently remarking on your thoughtfulness, it is likely that you are a highly sensitive person. Since highly sensitive persons are detail-oriented, they pick up on things that other people may not notice or remember. 12. You work hard to please others. Highly sensitive persons go to great lengths to avoid upsetting others or making mistakes. As a highly sensitive person, disruption in your environment, which includes the people around you, can be extremely disrupting to your nervous system.